Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of Finn React. Today we are back with Tier List and we are back with the Hell's Kitchen Season 23 Head Chef Class. Now, I actually did enjoy this entire season. I watched the entire thing. And to me, this was one of the good, interesting seasons. The concept of actually having head chefs compete in the same level as people who are not executive chefs and all these other chefs. See if they can handle the riff of Gordon Ramsay. Well, they did. And honestly, some of these guys and women I loved, and some of them I couldn't stand. So, let's see how they're ranked with the S through D tier list. So first, obviously, I'm going to give credit, and I do think he deserves it. Kyle is an S. Kyle, I think, hilarious, funniest contestant on the show. I loved everything about Kyle. And to me, Kyle definitely deserved what he did. And I think for him, the greatest underdog showed the entire world who he truly was. And now Kyle won, and he deserved it. So next on the list, I'm just looking down at my list here. Hannah, the runner-up. Hannah, to me, surprised me. I didn't think she would last up until Black Jackets, but she killed it. I think at first I thought she was going to go home after the whole incident where she started going a little bit anxiety feel. And I don't blame her. I felt the same. I would feel the same way too. But I think to me, Hannah, well deserved A. I would say she's close to an S. I think she would have gotten it. But you know what? Kyle just topped her throughout the show. So next we got my favorite contestant from this season, Egypt. Everyone doubted Egypt. Egypt. He's so annoying, so cocky. Let's not put his dish up. But he proved everyone wrong. I thought the final two were going to be Egypt and Kyle. But, Hannah did a little bit slightly better. But I think Egypt deserves an S because he shut everyone up the entire season. And you know what? Well deserved. Alright, next we got Wit. Wit is a mixed character. Everyone liked her, everyone couldn't stand her. She was cocky, arrogant, and she was a know-it-all. I mean, she made it far to the Black Jacket, and I think the end, she just couldn't handle it. And you know what? For how far she got into, I think a well-deserved A. But mindset, I would put her as a B. I just couldn't stand her half the time. Like, when she started talking, it was just blah, 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 blah. Alright, next on the list, we got Brandon. I thought Brandon would actually make it to the final three, but he kind of choked when it was the 5. I don't know what happened with Brandon, but, Brandon just couldn't handle it. And I think how far he got, he's a well-deserved A. I don't think any much different from Brandon, but I think he would have gotten further than Wit if he actually didn't drop the ball in that one service. So I will have to say Brandon was well. Amanda, now she got eliminated from the fight for the Black Jackets. I couldn't stand Amanda. She was very annoying. And I'm surprised how far she got into compared to the others. But I'll get credit where it's due. I think she's a well-deserved B. Because she beaten a lot of people who probably did better than her. So you know what? Good on you, Amanda. You and the redhead got the level of B. That's not mean bad, but... Alright, we got our Italian boy Joe here. Joey Meatballs. Joey is a well-deserved B. I think he faltered just like Amanda. He was close, but I think during the charity night, he just stumbled. And you know what? Joey could have gotten far, probably a Black Jacket, if he didn't break his stride, but he fell, fumbled, and a meatball fallen. Joe, you are a B. Even though you are from Rutherford, New Jersey, you are a Jersey boy that failed. Anna Marie. A lot of people couldn't stand her. There were some times that I couldn't stand her. So obviously people are probably going to say she's a C or a D. I say a well-deserved B. She had moments, but I think at the end, arguing with Chef was the dumbest mistake that she did. So overall, she survived a lot, but sometimes you just gotta shut up when you have to go against someone like Gordon Ramsay. Just listen. Alright, next we got Brittany. Brittany surprised me of how far she got into, because I thought she was going to be like one of the first 2 eliminated. Because I think the way she came in the show and then what she started with, I mean, for her to overcome the pasta in the signature dish, credit where it's due. She stood tall. I want to put her as a C, but you know what? For how far she got into most of those contestants, B. She deserves it. Alright, Lulu. I don't know how I would survive listening to Lulu in my kitchen if I had her as a cook. She was just annoying, and to me, I don't know how she wasn't eliminated once she got to the boys. She just kept yelling. Either she was just talking that everyone couldn't stand her, or to the point where everyone was like, you know what, be quiet. And I think she survived a lot, but I kind of think she's a C. The only reason, I just didn't think that she deserved to get that far in the competition, but you know what? She did. Should be a lot of people that actually should have gone further than her, but hey, can't say much. Alright, Anthony, the guy who survived most and where he is today, got eliminated for the Fight for Your Life Diff Challenge. I put him as a B. I think in my prediction, he could have gotten at least to the Fight for the Black Jackets. But sometimes it costs a lobster to fumble down. And I think that's what happened to good old Anthony. But I liked him better than Lulu, so yeah. Megan. I'm surprised Megan got eliminated earlier before most of these people. I think to me, Megan struggled just because of the fact that Megan kind of took a lot of the heat. And I think at the end of the day, they would rather someone else than Megan, which is very shocking. I think Megan would have gotten further than most of these contestants. So I'd say B. My prediction, she would have at least gotten past mostly everyone, but I think she would have dropped the ball in the Black Jacket competition with Anthony. Alright. Magali. I forgot that she was on the show. Magali got lucky a lot of times throughout the season. I thought she was going to be eliminated on the first episode, but they didn't want her gone for some reason. C. I just think she got lucky a couple times, but she eventually bit the dust. I didn't think she would have gotten that far, but you know what? Magali actually overcame mostly 5 other people to get where she is, so C is very well deserved. Michael, you let all the Michaels down. Michael was just average. I didn't think he would get that far. I think to me he got lucky a few times, but at the end Michael just dropped the ball. So Michael, you're a C. That's where all the Michaels are. Well, me, but I don't know about any other Michaels in life. Alright, next we got Corbin. This was the trail of like every blue contestant. Starting with, now we got Corbin, who worked with Egypt and did absolutely nothing. D. Corbin, you could have done something, but you didn't. You didn't do a damn thing. Unfortunately. So next we got Yuri. He went home for medical reasons, so I don't know how far he would have gotten to. So I'll put him as D because I don't know. I just don't know how much these guys were, but they never really impressed me. They were very annoying. Next we got Shant withdrew for health reasons again too. I don't know. D. So this was like the Trail of Blue. It was basically Shant, Yuri, Corbin, Michael. And now the first contestant eliminated, Amber. I didn't think she deserved to be eliminated the first episode. You can debate me all you want, guys. I think she did. She deserves a C because I think, to me, she would have gotten further than Magali. But, you know, a lot of people liked her. A lot of people didn't. Her team didn't like her, apparently. And I can't really say much because, well, I don't speak for her team. Overall, I wouldn't change anything about the list. If you guys have suggestions on where you put these contestants on the list, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to see more Hell's Kitchen tier list stuff, let me know in the comments below your favorite season. I'll do it. So far, I did 23, I did 22, and I did season 6. So what season would you like to see next, guys? Let me know. And check out the playlist, everything so far with tier list videos, guys. And check out the links and where you can find me. So thank you for watching. This is Michael, signing out.